Man, this year was so much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes.
Coming down the tunnel earlier, the Hornets getting mentally prepared. I know. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for him.
The most positive thing about his last 10 games, the work on defense. His mindset has become very aggressive. The steals are up, and he's becoming a big factor on the defensive end.
And now Washington's starting group. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Brown out there with Napier, and it's Bonga in at the small forward. And for Charlotte, we've got Rozier. Bridges out there with Washington. And there's Bismack Biyombo. And it's Graham in at the two-guard spot. And there it is for him. Of course, the playoff seedings still jumbled a bit up in the air. Just how important you think it is to get home court advantage in the NBA playoffs in this era.
Historically speaking, Kevin, as you know, home court advantage is absolutely monumental, and it doesn't matter the round of the playoffs. Could be a conference semifinal or an NBA final. If you come down to a Game 7, that home court advantage can be the difference between winning and losing. You want as much in your favor, Kevin, as you know, going into the postseason.
Misses the three. Here's Washington. Here's Bryant. And it's off the back rim. No good. And there's the foul. Will go on Shabazz Napier. That is his first foul of the game. We're about 1 minute into the first. Now Rozier. He's coming off a 40-point game against the Heat in Miami.
Terrific anticipation by him, and that's why he's out on the court.
And it's Brown missing.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Pass to Rozier. He kicks it to Graham. From past the arc, and the three ball is good. Graham's got 5 now.
You know, I really like this. Instead of putting his head down, Terry Rozier keeping his eyes up and finding his open teammate.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. And there's the pass to Biyombo. Here's Washington. Charlotte moving the ball around. And that one drops.
Just so precise off the pass. I like how Bridges prepares himself to shoot as the ball is coming his way.
Now here's Brown. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
The Wizards shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
Well, for Washington, D.C. basketball, they have one title to their name, the champs back in '78.
What a run that was for that team led by the great Wes Unseld. But boy, in the 40 years since that title, my goodness, fans of this franchise have waited so patiently for that return to greatness. When will it come? Well, Biyombo's calling card, right? A terrific shot blocker. Boy, put it in his vicinity. He's sending it back.
Pass to Washington. Now, here's Rozier. Back to Bridges. Passes it to Graham. This one for 3. He's off on that one. And Washington the other way now. There's Brown with the 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Washington's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Now, here's Bridges. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Now, here's Rozier. The lead is 2. 3 on the clock. Here's Washington, and Charlotte again with the bucket. For the Hornets, they come into this one following a loss to the Heat in Miami. Brown outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Brown's got his 3rd basket of the night.
and he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
And it's Washington missing.
Boy, defense nowhere to be found, and neither was his shot at that time.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
Greg, you have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Zeller, who's checked in for Washington. Dwayne Bacon comes in for Miles Bridges. And it's Batum in for Rozier.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Batum to the paint. Here's Zeller. Rebound by Mahinmi.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
And proving to be effective around the rim. Hachimura leaving no doubt about that one.
Here's Graham after the basket by Washington. Batum passes to Zeller. Here's Biyombo. And there's the feed to Zeller. It's deflected, and they get it back. Biyombo. That's good. .34 seconds left in the first. Smith the pass to Wagner. Here's Hachimura. Covered by Biyombo, but they'll get another chance. The shot by Mahinmi, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on them.
Outside for Batum. Pass to Bacon. Dishes it to Biyombo. The pass to Bacon. Batum wide open. He fires. And the first shot of the night for him missing. Both teams have it going here early. It's still close through the first quarter. Hornets lead by... And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. Looking at what we've seen from the Hornets, what do you think?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Total intimidation that first period. That is what has helped power them to this early lead.
So on the floor for Washington, we've got Wagner. Ish Smith is out there with Robinson. And there's Ian Mahinmi. And it's Hachimura in at the 3 slot. So it's the Hornets now. Here's Biyombo. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Doris, you graduated as your college's all-time assist leader. Talk about some of the key traits of a great playmaker.
I think historically speaking, when we think about great lead guards, Kevin, we talk about unselfishness, vision, patience. Who are the players that make their teammates better? Though probably the one underrated aspect of a point guard to me, Kevin, is communication. Are you constantly looking for opportunities to communicate to your teammates, make them feel good about themselves, give them confidence? That, to me, is probably the most underrated aspect of it.
And Doris, when you played, you took such great pride in each and every one of those things.
I did. I love trying to make my teammates better. It feels great to make somebody feel good.
Lets it go with the 3. Bacon gets the bucket. Bacon's got the lead up to 6 now for the Hornets.
Always a bonus when points come from unlikely sources. And you can see this guy's been working on that shot.
And there's the call on Cody Zeller. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, that's his second foul. Does he take a more cautious approach here the rest of the half?
Washington's checked in for the Hornets. Here's Mahinmi. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Yeah, over the years, Mahinmi has become more and more offensive-minded. You get him a paint touch, he's thinking score it.
Here's Zeller. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Zeller's got the lead back up to 6 now for the Hornets.
Always helps to get these kinds of looks, right? Super easy to convert from that distance.
And the shot is good.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Charlotte's had to wait a bit the last few years. Now, the city hosted the All-Star game last season. But for the Hornets, they've gone 3 seasons without a playoff appearance and 15 seasons without winning a playoff series. In that time, the franchise has had 7 head coaches and a shifting front office. But Buzz City is hoping that its wait for playoff relevance will end soon. Kevin?
We all are. David, thank you. Charlotte moving the ball around. Here's Graham. Hits it from three-point range. Graham's got 8.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
And now a chance to see the former Demon Deacon Ish Smith in action. Has been in the league for a while now and played for several teams, and he's a veteran through and through.
And when you have Ish Smith on your team, you know he's going to give you scoring off the bench.
And Smith not exactly great at any one thing, but the whole package is solid for a reserve. As long as you can make the right decision and just run the offense, that'll get you pretty far in this league.
Pass to Rozier. Now Bridges. Over in the corner, Zeller. 6 on the shot clock. Rebound by Mahimi. Mahimi's got 4 rebounds in this game. Bryant passes to Bonga. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
Boy, that's the kind of look this offense is designed to create. That's just a tough miss.
The kick out to Rozier. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Zeller.
And a moment now to see some numbers for Napier. Breaking down his play since the All-Star break. Getting around 12 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
They get it again. Mahimi, the putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. It's all knotted up.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Pass to Bacon. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And a look now at the Hornets' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Sunday, they'll tip off a road trip starting in Orlando and going up against the Magic.
And for the matchup with the Sixers, they have that date circled. They love to compete, and they feel they can play very well against that group if they can execute. And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
Here's Bonga. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Miles Bridges. The Wizards have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Biyombo is checked in for Washington. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for the Hornets. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami. And then Biyombo with the dunk.
Well, showing off that athleticism is Bismack Biyombo. That's an easy one.
Bonga, the pass to Napier. On the wing, Brown puts up a 3. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Napier's got 3 assists tonight. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
A nice shot by Zeller.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Bryant finds Napier. Here's Mahimi. And stolen by Biyombo.
I always like to hold for the last shot right here.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance at momentum away from your opponent.
The kick out to Rozier. They grabbed their own miss.
Now, Kevin, this is what you're paying Jan Mahimi to do, right? Contest shots, perhaps.
So a tie game here as we finish the first half. And we'll be back right after
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. The first quarter for the Hornets was fairly even. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end. Thanks for joining.
as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. The Hornets shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Washington out there with Bridges. And there's Bismack Biyombo. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Graham in at the 2 guard. So that's who James Borrego starts the second half with. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Rozier with the steal. And here they come. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Brown. Here's Bunga. Shoots over Bridges. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Hachimura's got it all tied up now for the Wizards.
And his coaches and teammates love that. They want Hachimura getting after it more on that offensive glass.
Biyombo, no luck. Here's Washington now. Pass to Brown. Bryant looking over the floor. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Bryant's got the lead up to 3 now for the Wizards. A lot of players have taken their game to another level. A lot of improvement they've done individually. Any surprises that have caught your eye, Doris, over the years?
Yeah, I would say probably maybe the greatest single individual lead I've ever seen is by the reigning most improved player, and that's Pascal Siakam. Couldn't get in the rotation consistently in the postseason, and then became such an integral part of an NBA championship team. Kemba Walker, who is an all-star caliber player, all-NBA level guy, continues to stay in the lab and keep improving. So a ton of guys, Domantas Sabonis, another young big who's been incredible. Just great to see guys progress.
And the Hornets making a change here. Batum's checked in. Robinson's checked in for the Wizards. Ish Smith comes in for Napier.
Well, good vision from the inside and kicking it to the perimeter.
Now the pass to Smith. Robinson for 3. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Biyombo's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Graham. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Graham's got 10 points. Hachimura the pass to Bryant. And he banks in the layup. And the Wizards lead by 2.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Graham kicks to Biyombo. Zeller who's checked in for Biyombo. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Wagner's checked in. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And it's Smith penetrating. There's Brown with the 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Batum with the ball. Picked up by Brown. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David, thank you. And Bacon's checked in for the Hornets. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Mahimi's checked in for Hachimura. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Pass to Bacon. That's a 2 from Rozier. Can't hit that one. And the Wizards now going the other way. Here's Robinson. And Bacon pulls it down. Charlotte in the lead. Here's Rozier. And the rejection by Mahimi.
And this is what you like about Ian Mahimi defensively. He might not be the highest flyer, but big-time enforcer.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Boy, Greg, neither team willing to give an inch and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Batum dishes to Zeller. Back to Batum. Up and in on the layup. And now it's a 3-point Hornets lead.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his first foul. And the Hornets making a change here. Bridges checks in. Wizards making a switch here. Smith the pass to Robinson. Kicks it to Brown. Takes the three. But they get it back. It's good on the putback.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Passes to Rozier. Back to Batum. Feeds it to Zeller. And they pick up 2. Zeller's got 6 points.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
And here's Brown outside. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And it's Rozier missing. And here we go. Washington fast break. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Inside with 4 seconds on the clock. Batum attacking. Tries again. No good. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game and both teams putting up points in a hurry. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Wizards. They've got Robinson. He's out there with Shabazz Napier. Thomas Bryant is out there with Brown. And it's Bonga in at the 4 slot. Hachimura, he's checked in for Robinson. Here's Bacon. Napier covering. Bryant up top. And the foul called on Bismack Biyombo. That is his first foul of the game. And the Hornets making a change here. Graham's checked in. Napier with it. Pass to Hachimura. Bucket is good. And the Wizards lead by 2.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
No doubt, Greg. Keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
Biyombo, the pass to Zeller. Hits the close-range jumper. Zeller's got the game tied up here for the Hornets. And here's Napier. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. And stolen by Biyombo. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Bridges leading the charge.
Just a high-energy player. And Bridges brings the aggression every possession.
Over to the left wing. Bonga, no good. Charlotte shooting at 51%. Really solid. Now, here's Rozier. Napier covering. A nice shot by Zeller.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
The pass to Napier. Here's Bonga. Wizards passing it around. And again, Washington no good.
When you're not in rhythm with the free ball, why do you keep firing from there?
And there's Rozier on the assist by Bridges. Bridges has got 3 assists tonight. Brown inside. Graham defending. And stolen by Biyombo. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Graham with the bucket. Graham's got the lead up to 8 now for the Hornets.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
To the middle, here's Zeller. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Brown kicks to Napier. Bonga the pass to Napier. Rozier with the steal. And Bridges with a clear path to the basket. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, Greg, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Bonga, the pass to Napier. The Wizards with another miss.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
And it's Brown missing. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And with that bucket, he ceases a 14-0 run by Charlotte.
Washington's checked in for Charlotte. You know, Doris, you and I love history. And we were talking the other day, you and I, about Bill Russell and his 11 championship rings. You think anyone's ever going to break that record?
I think it'll be close to impossible, Kevin. And the reason is, number one, there were so many fewer teams back then for Bill Russell. In no way diminishing the greatness of one of the game changers, both between the lines and outside the lines. Bill Russell will always be an historic figure. But it's very tough to compare eras. There's now 30 teams, nutrition, conditioning, coaching. There's just so much more information in the current era.
Napier dishes to Bryant. Brown outside. Now here's Napier. He started closely. Pass to Bryant. Just 5 to shoot. Now here's Napier. Rozier defending. Oh, and there's the out. That's a great dunk.
He's an athletic freak.
Wow.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt, GA. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
Here's Napier. It counts. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it, Greg? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Passes it to Bridges. From deep three-point range. And so it's Charlotte with the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined Payday. Yeah, and he has their confidence. David, thank you. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for him.
The most positive thing about his last 10 games, the work on defense. His mindset has become very aggressive. The steals are up, and he's becoming a big factor on the defensive end.
And now Washington's starting group. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Brown out there with Shabazz Napier. And it's Bonga in at small forward. And for the Pistons, at the forward positions, Snell and Griffin. Derrick Rose is out there with Kennard, and it's Wood in at the 5. Now, Smitty, for players and teams that are out of the playoff hunt, how do they stay motivated here to go the rest of the season, every night, every practice, every trip?
And I think that's when the organization, your captains, your coaches, you got to talk about being a pro. Sometimes you lose focus. You're not in the playoffs, and maybe your team that was supposed to be or not slated to be in the playoffs. You still are a professional. You have to have a professional approach.
Pass to Kennard. 6 to shoot. For 3. Another 3 for Detroit.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Passes it to Napier. Down low. Here's Bryant. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scorers.
Wood can hit.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Here's Wood. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, the brand new Little Caesars Arena here in Detroit. How are you feeling this, Smitty?
GA, it's a great state-of-the-art facility. Glad the new location is in downtown Detroit. Hopefully, an iconic venue for an iconic team.
Here's Brown, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Well, it's a new front office in Washington, and Greg, they've got their work cut out for him.
John Wall's huge Supermax contract as he deals with the Achilles injury. Tough questions to be answered about the direction they're going to take talent-wise.
Rose, good.
This is why Derrick Rose is considered one of the best at his position. He is not afraid of going down low.
And it's Brown missing. Detroit's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Rose passes to Wood, plays it up and banks it in.
That's just good basketball. Can't ask for a better look.
Wizards trail by 5. Brown drives in. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. Let's use this break to look at the teams that over the past month have been tremendous at converting turnovers into points. The Wizards second.
Yeah, I mean, their defense has been really good, and it's led to a lot of easy opportunities on offense. Creating points off turnovers has been key.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Mahimi's checked in for Thomas Bryant. Robinson comes in for Brown. And Smith subbed in for Napier. Here's McKinley. Detroit needs to get off a shot. Kennard's shot is off.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And that one, good.
And right there, you see the decision-making ability of Hachimura. Sets his man up perfectly.
Here's Galloway. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Drains the three-pointer.
And you can see he's got a little bounce in his step. 3 out of 4 to start.
Out to the right wing. Robinson finds Smith. Kept alive. Mahimi. And so Washington again turning it over. Last time they met was in Washington.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
It's not unusual these days. Teams are more than willing to go deep into that bench to find answers for certain matchups.
Detroit making a switch here. Brown's checked in.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Here's Galloway. No points in the game yet for him. Down low. Stolen by Robinson. Here's Smith. And Makers sends it back.
Watching him protect the rim, you never guess Makers averaging less than 1 block a game for his career.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Henson checked in for the Pistons. McRae has come in for Langston Galloway. Now here's Brown. He's coming off a 16-point game against the 76ers in Philadelphia. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. 16 seconds left to play in the first. Smith the pass to Wagner. Out to Smith. Robinson with it. Three-pointer. Doesn't go that time. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
So on the floor for Washington, Robinson is out there with Smith. Then there's Ian Mahimi, and it's Wagner in at the power forward. Clock is at 3. There's the pass to Henson, and it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Wizards. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics. Then on Sunday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And that matchup against the Sixers, they won't have much room for error in that one. A team like this will punish mistakes, but I could see them walking away with this one.
And here is Brown. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And the rejection by Mahimi. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. And here's a good chance now to show you the rookies that in the second half of the season have been getting it done at the free throw line. Well, you look at Hachimura, 4th in the league, and as consistent as they come at the free throw line.
No doubt he's earned his spot among the great rookie free throw shooters through hard work and repetition.
Here's McRae. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. On kicks to Doumbouya. Hits the three-point bomb. Doumbouya's got the lead up to 7 now for the Pistons. Smitty, you've seen this before, separating teams that can make the deep playoff run, those that can't, get bounced out early. What have you found is the difference between those two?
Well, a lot of times, Kevin, it comes down to those teams have more talent that can make those deep playoff runs. Also, they can make adjustments. Then I think also they're a team that has better chemistry, and they can win defensively and not just have to rely on their offense.
Wizards trail by 5, and we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was the 2018 Coach of the Year, but as we all know, he was fired after that same season by the Raptors. But Casey's found a home in Detroit. Casey said, "I have no regrets." Winston Churchill said, "Success consists of going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. And that's what I've done." So, Kevin, Dwayne Casey is still pounding the rock.
He sure is, and I like that Churchill quote as well. Thanks, David. Robinson down low. Up top, Mahinmi. Defended by Henson. From 12 feet out, it'll go, and the Detroit lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Smith. Smith's got his first points of the game. The Pistons have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Brown feeling out a bit. Pass to Doumbouya. Doubled by Smith. Out of bounds. Washington takes possession.
And let's take a look now at the stats for Smith. Breaking down his play since the All-Star break. He's getting around 8 points a game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. Backup point guard, always an important position, and he fills that role beautifully.
Without a good floor conductor coming off the bench, your offense can quickly grow stagnant. He solves that problem well.
Robinson passes to Smith. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assists. And it's now only a 1-point Piston lead. And so Brown will bring it up for Detroit. Next game for them, they'll take on the Raptors at Toronto. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Now here's Henson. He's guarded closely, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. That's a jump ball. So it's Detroit now. Mahinmi with it, picked up by Brown. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Out to Smith. Clock at 6. Here's Robinson. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Detroit's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Pistons working now with a new shot clock. Brown outside. Now here's Doumbouya. T right on him. The second chance effort. No good on that one. Now the Wizards take it the other way. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
You know what, though? Not only did they get to the free throw line a lot, but they converted at a high clip.
Their mindset was really to get to the stripe, and they accomplished just that.
Maker kicks to Brown. Over Robinson, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Brown's got his second basket of the night. Here's Hachimura, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Pistons lead by 1. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Getting to Jeff Smith. It was a closely contested first quarter for Detroit. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. And that's a wrap.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. The Pistons leading. On the wings, Kennard and Snell. Wood out there with Griffin. And it's Rose in at the point guard. They're the group for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. Here's Kennard. Now the feed to Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
I love the way of Griffin. Eye on the prize, going after the rim. Is either going to dunk it or you're going to foul him.
And Smitty, Blake Griffin stepping up his game in every way since joining the Detroit Pistons.
Kevin, last season was a career year in scoring, and he's doing so much on the floor. Rebounding and passing are a big part of his game now, and he's leading the way for this team in a lot of ways.
Brown. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Smitty, you played with the U.S. national team. Would you say they allow more physicality in FIBA than they do in the NBA?
No, I think, Kevin, different parts of the game, there's more physicality. Like on the free throw line, boxing out. Like going up for rebounds, they let a lot more than we're used to go. But usually the NBA players adjust, and they find their way.
Outside Griffin. From 10 feet out, the putback. Great positioning on the putback. Woods got 6 points.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. So it's the Wizards now. Hachimura the pass to Napier. Inside. Here's Brown. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. 5 points in the game.
Trying to attack the heart of that defense with great teamwork.
Pistons have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Pass to Kennard. Left side, Griffin. The 8-footer. Bryant with the rebound.
Trying to take advantage of soft defense. He might have gotten over eager.
Chalk up 2 there. Bunga's got it all tied up now for the Wizards.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
At the elbow, Griffin to the right side. And Detroit again with the bucket.
This is what separates Blake from most power forwards. Terrific playmaking ability. Well, the Pistons, one of the more successful franchises in NBA history. 3 titles and many other trips to the NBA Finals. Only a handful of franchises can say that.
Kennard, the pass to Rose. Just 4 to shoot. Washington with the rebound. And Smitty, you were talking about the Pistons, a history of success, of championships. But the last 10 years have been difficult.
Pistons have struggled the last decade. You're so right, Kevin. But this team has a track record of not staying down for long. Detroit doing what they can to return to championship contention.
Passes it to Kennard. Over Brown. And there's another one for the Pistons.
Just taking what the defense allows, and that's a shot he'll make all night.
Hachimura the pass to Nathan. He feeds it to Bryant. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And on the season, only shooting around 73%, so not necessarily where he'd like to be.
So for the Pistons, Mikhailuk is checked in, and Langston Galloway subbed in for Luke Kennard. Robinson's checked in for the Wizards. Now here's Griffin. Defense right on him. Here's Mikhailuk. Tips it, and Griffin stays with it. Griffin's got his second bucket tonight.
I'll tell you, that's the one thing. Hustle. Blake just outworking everyone to the ball.
Rose with the double team. To the paint. Here's Brown. And that one is good. Brown's got the lead up to 2 now for the Wizards.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
1:03 left in the third quarter. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, and Blake Griffin, the Pistons have their biggest star in years, probably going back to their championship team of 2004. A return to all-star form for Blake meant tremendous individual numbers last season. And the Pistons hadn't won a playoff game in more than a decade. Still not the result they want in 2019. Pistons will be trying to capitalize during Blake's prime. Kevin, we'll see where this franchise goes from here.
We sure will, David, but he's a terrific player. Thank you so much. Outside Bryant. The pass to Bonga. Left side, Brown. 2 on the clock. Unloads. Again, the Wizards score.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Now Rose. A good portion of their scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. And so it's the Washington Wizards with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production. And a moment ago, inside the huddle with Coach Scott Brooks.
Now we got the defensive intensity to win this game.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. So on the floor for Washington, Smith is out there with Napier. Then there's Brown, and there's Bryant, and it's Bonga in at the 4-man position. Pistons trail by 8. Pass to Galloway from deep. It's hauled in by Brown.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Good, nice play there from Napier.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Detroit's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Rose passes to Mikhailuk. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. Kennard, he's checked in for the Pistons. And a switcher also for Washington. Hachimura, he's checked in for Shabazz Napier. The 3. They get the rebound, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. And the Wizards lead by 12.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Rose against Smith. Pass to Kennard. Shoots over Brown. No good off the back of the rim. Wizards leading by 12. It's stolen by Rose. Pistons passing it around. The shot's good from Kennard.
Man, he keeps doing his part. They just haven't been able to get over the hump.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. The NBA looking to improve officiating, Smitty. They'd like to revise the rule book to more closely match the way the game is played. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, we have to evolve. I think now the game has evolved to more 3-point shots, so you got to look at also defense, hand checking, and now we're talking about a lot about, room for guys to land, whether it's a foul or not. So I think it will evolve, and it should be because the game is evolving.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Griffin. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 3 assists in the game. Smith on the wing. He's covered by Rose. Outside Bryant. Hachimura. The second chance points on the tip in.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And it's Rose penetrating. Passes it to Wood. It's stolen by Bryant. Brown feeling it out a bit. He kicks it to Bryant. And there's the pass to Smith. Here's Bonga, defended by Griffin. Bonga, the pass to Bryant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. And he gets the bucket. Bryant's got 4 points this quarter.
Taking what the defense offers up, Smith with good vision there finds the open man.
Rose passes to Griffin. Back to Rose. Now here's Griffin. Not a lot of room. It's good. Griffin's got 9 points here in the second half.
And as much as Griffin has worked on his perimeter game, this is where he makes his money, in the painted area.
Here's Hachimura. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Kennard. The three-pointer, no good. And it's Washington's ball. They're on a 14-6 run.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Washington.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25. Some solid defense from Brown. Enzo Bryant will bring it up for Washington. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
Wood passes to Rose. Back to Wood. Here's Kennard. He's covered by Brown. They get it back. The kick out to Rose. Puts up a 3. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Here's Washington. They're on an 18-6 run. Hachimura, no good. Here's Kennard, covered by Smith. Kennard, the pass to Rose. The shot's good.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickup, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickup, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
breathtaking view of the New York City skyline as taken from the Empire State Building. We're coming to you live from Manhattan. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's Noche NBA, a celebration of the amazing Latin culture in this league and its fans all around. And here's a look at some numbers for him.
And he's been very active with his hands. How about the steal numbers this month? He's been really hounding on the defensive side.
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. On out there with Shabazz Napier. And it's Bonga in at the small forward. And for the Knicks, they've got Elfrid Payton. Taj Gibson is out there with Julius Randle. Then it's Barrett, and it's Harkless in at the 3, the small forward. Pass to Bryant. They get it back. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you can see what makes Hachimura a tough cover. He can beat you with finesse, and also he can bring the hard hat.
Washington shooting their first free throws of the game. And out of Japan, a real interesting prospect. Hachimura, especially now that he can stretch the floor.
Yeah, he found the 3-ball in his last year of college, hitting over 40%. You combine that with the size, the motor, he is really versatile, and I feel like he's putting it all together.
Gibson dishes to Randle, out to Payton. From deep three-point range, rebounded by the Wizards. Here's Napier. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
For the Washington Wizards, they won their last contest, that game against the Knicks. Outside for Randle. Payton drives in. Here's Gibson, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. With the playoffs around the corner, Brent, some teams already making vacation plans. Talk about the disappointment that those kinds of teams are feeling right now.
Yeah, you start the beginning of training camp with ideas of wanting to play into the postseason, and you know the realization of that goal is not going to be met. And what you want to do is remember your opportunity as a player, Kevin, to go out and still compete. You might not be back with the team that you're playing the end of the season with, the last 10 games. Maybe you're somewhere else. But there are teams, as we've always said, still watching you. And so don't ever get away from the idea of the competition as the season winds down.
They always say the eye in the sky doesn't lie. Everything is on tape, right?
I mean, yeah, and they are assessing how it is that you approach that, because you show your stripes when things are not going well. What kind of character do you have?
And Barrett slams it in.
Putting that speed to great use. Once Barrett gets a step on the D, good night.
And Bryant gets it to go.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rag. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
Randle no good. The Wizards have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Here's Bonga. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. Randle passes to Harkless. No good on the 3. And so Brown will bring it up for the Wizards. Trailing by 2. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
It took just a little bit of time, but once they figured out the D on that night, man, their offense was rolling.
Napier with it, picked up by Barrett. The kick out to Brown, launches it. It's rebounded by Barrett. And here we go, fast break, Payton's got it. Ryan against Randle, pass to Gibson. It's tipped. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
Well, at 6'9", Taj Gibson has the ability to get up there and throw it down.
Bryant passes to Hachimura. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist. Hachimura's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Wizards have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. The kick out to Brown. The pass to Hachimura. Now here's Napier. Wants to get it to Bryant and does. Shot clock at 6. Wizards need to get a shot off here. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Harkless dishes to Randall. Payton passes to Gibson, and it's Gibson finishing it off.
You risk getting torched when somebody's open. Payton's skilled enough to find the open man.
Harkless with the steal, and a fast break now for New York. Barrett wide open, he fires. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Randall brings the double team. Here's Bonga, defended by Harkless. Bonga, the pass to Brown. Offline with his 3.
Well, he definitely forced that shot, guys. He had plenty of time to adjust himself and kick the ball out and look for a better shot. Have to give credit to the defense there, too.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Hachimura. Hits the jumper in space. Hachimura's got 8 points.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
Nailed from three-point land. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. It's the Knicks. They lead by 5. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast. As the second quarter getting going right now. And when you consider how the Knicks are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
Ntilikina out there with Reggie Bullock. Then it's Robinson. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Knox in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 for New York right now. And so it's New York with it. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. Portis with it. 20 points for him last game against the Hawks in Atlanta. Can't get it to fall.
Well, the Knicks had a lot of turnover trading for expiring contracts. They did what they could to accommodate the wishes of a lot of vets.
Yeah, the problem right now for the Knicks is they're not inviting to a lot of free agents, and that's really where they're trying to make their play. So fascinating over the course of the past decade that New York has not been able to attract the top-tier talent. So building through the draft, Coach Fizdale hopeful that they'll land a star one way or another.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much. Robinson, that's good.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for New York. Stolen by Robinson, and the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Wagner passes to Mahinmi, stolen by Robinson. And now it's Ellington running. He can go all the way. Finished off the break. Ellington's got his first 2 points of the night. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
It's tipped. Stolen by Robinson. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Here's Knox. Drops in the tray. Now it's a 4-point Knicks lead.
Like it when you fire it to a teammate who's ready to shoot, and Kevin Knox was.
Here's Mahimi. Well, we hear this all the time. Good defense beats good offense. Do you think that's true?
I don't know how defense scores. So in today's game, seeing the juggernauts and seeing what we've seen, Kevin, quite frankly, as some of the best offensive teams, not only in the last 5 years, but in the history of the league, around the Houston Rockets and what the Golden State Warriors have been able to do. It's about equipping your team defensively to be able to stop that stylistically, but certainly every coach will say it comes down to defense because that is something you can control.
Wizards making a switch here. Bonga's checked in. It'll go, and the Knicks lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Wagner.
Terrific job by Smith to dish that one off to his open teammate right there.
Passes to Ellington. Pass to Knox. Back to Ellington. Just 5 on the clock. Robinson passes to Portis. Rebounded by the Wizards. Mahimi's got his 4th rebound in this one. And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That is his first foul of the game. The Knicks making a switch here. Payton's checked in. And a change for the Wizards. Shabazz Napier's checked in for Smith. Got a piece of it. And a fast break now for New York. Here's Ellington. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Here's a look at what's coming up for New York. On Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in Miami where they'll take on the Heat. And then on Tuesday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets.
And for their matchup with the Celtics, you know they want to come out and make a big statement in that one. It won't be easy, but anything can happen.
He's off on the first. Julius Randle's checked in for New York. Barrett comes in for Reggie Bullock. And then for Washington, Thomas Bryant comes in for Mo Wagner. And Troy Brown subbed in for Robinson. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. It's Brown on the wing. Pass to Mahimi. Some solid defense from Robinson.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Here's Bonga. Here's Mahimi. Makes it off the glass.
Unblockable shot unless they get a bigger man on him. And I'm looking at the roster sheet, Kevin. I don't see anybody bigger.
New York's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter. Only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Back to Robinson. Now, here's Barrett. Guarded by Mahimi. New York moving it around. Here's Robinson. Here's Randle. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Randle's got his second basket.
The strength and the quickness, and now the confidence coming along as Randle's able to score.
Here's Bryant. It's rebounded by New York.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
New York shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Randle really improved in his shooting range from 10 to 16 feet last year, and that just makes him so much more a complete offensive threat in any system he plays in.
Oh no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
Washington calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Napier. And another miss by Washington. Here's Ntilikina. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the New York Knicks holding on to an 8-point. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. Nobody had an answer for Taj Gibson in the first. He had 8 points, 2 assists. And that'll do it.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Wizards trail by 8. Second half is underway, and here's who Scott Brooks has got on the floor. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Shabazz Napier out there with Brown, and it's Bonga in at the small forward position. And that one's good. Hachimura.
And we know Hachimura has a confident personality. You see it there with the rise and fire approach. Nice.
Here's Gibson. It's good from about 19 feet. Gibson's got the lead. Back up to 8 now for the Knicks.
Well, Fizdale, part of those great teams in Miami as an assistant coach with Eric Spoelstra. He coaches with a lot of fire and enthusiasm. He's very involved emotionally in what his team does on a daily basis, and that's why a lot of these young players are gravitating towards his coaching style.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, we all know that circumstances and time changes everything. In Dallas, Dennis Smith Jr. thought he was going to be the cornerstone. But with the arrival of Luka Doncic, everything changed. Promising point guard was traded to the Knicks, and Smith said it was important. It's a big opportunity, and I've just got to make the most of it. Kevin, we know one thing in New York, the ball is back in Smith's hands.
And DA, that's when he is at his best. Thank you. Here's Bryant. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Julius Randle picks one up. And New York hoped that Fizdale's likability would be a factor in free agency.
Yeah, I think it's going to help the Knicks as they move forward here. Try to find some stability with their coach. That way David Fizdale and his messaging can remain consistent with the type of players that they try to attract here to Gotham.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Portis, he's checked in for Randall. Kevin Knox comes in for Harkless. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Barrett. And it's Ntilikina in for Mitchell Robinson.
Way to stick with it right there as Ntilikina able to keep it going with the activity.
Here's Hachimura. Offensive rebound. Smith outside. And the pass to Hachimura. And again, Washington no good.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Here's Bryant. It's good. Bryant's got 7 points in the game.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
Here's Knox. Connects from three-point range. Knox has got the lead up to 10 now for the Knicks.
Well, he's a pass-first point guard. Ntilikina with a nice play there.
Robinson passes to Smith, and he converts the layup. Brett, so many guys are now shooting from well beyond the arc. Who do you think has the deepest range in the league?
I think Steph Curry has the most consistent, deepest range.
Lillard is in that category.
Lillard is in there, and of course, last year's playoff win will never go away in terms of what a great memory that was. Trae Young is now entering that category, Kevin.
Yeah,
I mean, we saw that at the end of last year. His fearlessness in pulling up from just about anywhere has been pretty remarkable. And to that, I will add one Brook Lopez, who has found his way well beyond the three-point line.
He's a whole nother conversation.
We'll talk about him later.
We'll do that. Ntilikina passes to Portis. 20 feet out. Rebound by Mahinmi.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
Great open look there. He has 5.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
To the inside. Here's Smith. Count it. Good. Now it's just a 3-point Knicks lead.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And here's Bullock from the arc. Rebound by the Wizards. Mahinmi's got his 6th rebound on the night.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. A moment here to see some numbers for Payton. Since the All-Star break, he's been putting in work, averaging about 11 points, 8 assists, and 4 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
Something in the coach's playbook here where the schemes fire on all cylinders when he is in the game. A great conduit for them offensively. He knows where everyone is at all times.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for Frank Ntilikina. Then for the Wizards, Bonga's checked in, and Troy Brown subbed in for Hachimura. Payton passes to Portis.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
Don't want to rush it, but you don't want to take too much time here.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Here's the 3. Knox misses. And so it's Bonga who brings up the ball for Washington. They lead by 1. Good on the shot.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game time. Here's Portis. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. And here is Robinson. He has 5. That concludes the 3rd quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Wizards lead by 3. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Knicks. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Wayne Ellington is out there with Alfred Payton, and it's Barrett at the 3. Count that one.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the 2nd half. Now above 50% for the game.
Payton left side. Robinson passes to Ellington. Bonga pulls it in. Bonga's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game. What? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
And he knocks down the first one. Maurice Harkless is checked in for Wayne Ellington. He's perfect from the line this time. Knicks trail by 7. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
4th quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Here's Harkless. And the 3 off target. Washington with the ball. Here in the 4th quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Robinson finds Harkless. And here's Randall. He's covered by Brown. Randall passes to Robinson. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And Washington called for the foul. And the first one drops. And Washington making a change here. Hachimura is checked in. Robinson hits them both. Wizards leading by 7. Napier with it. Now defended by Randall. Brown feeling it out a bit. To the middle. Harkless with the steal. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Well, he played a seamless first half, but in the second half, some poor decisions right here. He continues to throw the ball away.
Taj Gibson's checked in for New York. Now here's Napier. He's tightly guarded. Here's Bryant. Here's Hachimura. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Randall with the bucket.
The balance and body control look a little bit better this season, so Randall stays on the ground in this catch-and-shoot situation and looks fluid.
Count that bucket. Hachimura's got the lead up to 9 now for Washington.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Barrett, no good.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why. Still, I expect him to make one of those.
The kick out to Brown. Inside, here's Bryant. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 4 assists in the game.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Hachimura the pass to Brown. 1:56 left here in the fourth quarter. And he banks in the layup. And the Wizards lead by 11.
And really the story of this second half. One team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
Well, this team did something at halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
Here's Barrett. Here's Gibson. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Gibson using his body on the boards. He's great at using his timing to leap up and collect a second chance.
Brown the pass to Hachimura. Knocked loose. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. Payton attacking. Randall nails the baby hook. And now just a 5-point Wizards lead.
How about Randall? Dependable big in a big moment.
Pass to Bonga. Over Gibson. Bonga, no good. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Randall outside. It's deflected. Down low. Oh, that's offensive interference. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Napier. Pass to Bonga. Back to Napier. Shot clock at 5. There's the feed to Bryant. Over Payton. And Bryant gets it to go.
Ooh, that's a great matchup for him just because of the size difference right there. He makes that mid-range shot at a very high percentage.
Barrett the pass to Gibson. Randall left side. Back to Gibson. It's stolen by Bryant. It's Brown on the wing. And so it's the Wizards with the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that.
benefits to the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going. As we get a break in the action, now let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Washington, winding things down this season. They're in that all-important ninth position within striking distance of a playoff spot. And, of course, the Hornets right on their heels and with their sights set on gaining ground.
And you know, for the Wizards, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're disappointed in that. I mean, they were hoping to take that next step.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. We've got Bridges. Washington out there with Bismack Biyombo. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Graham in at the shooting guard position. And for Washington, Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Napier is out there with Brown. And it's Bonga in at the small forward position. And one of those little spark plug guys, Terry Rozier, plays the game with Greg, I think, a chip on his shoulder.
I mean, the story goes, as a kid, when his temper flared, his mother would have to sit on him until he cooled down. He's learned to channel that fire and emotion into his game.
Now, here's Brown. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Hachimura the pass to Brown. lays it up off the glass. Brown's got 5.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Biyombo, the pass to Washington. It's deflected, and he recovers it. They get it back. Goes up again. Biyombo, that's good.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
Here's Hachimura. Last game he had 12. And there's a whistle. That goes on Terry Rozier. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Bunga, the pass to Bryant. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. Here's Graham. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Miami.
And that didn't come at the cost of his defense. In fact, I think it fed his defense. He had 4 steals in that game.
And it's good, 2 points.
Oh, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that field.
Brown kicks to Napier. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Well, Chris, as we wind toward the end of the regular season, what do you notice as an analyst that you didn't notice when you were playing?
I think what I didn't notice when I was playing is everything that goes on around the arena. Now I get to the games a couple of hours early. I get to interact with fans. I get to see game productions. The business of basketball, just how much everyone loves the game, from Adam Silver down to someone at the concession stands at the arena, how it really is a community and a family. Because when I was in Sacramento, I'm just playing for Sacramento. I didn't realize how many people in New York and Detroit and other places supported not only us in Sacramento, but their home teams, and just seeing how passionate everyone in the business of basketball, how passionate they are. And that's just something awesome to be a part of.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Mahinmi's checked in for Thomas Bryant. Robinson comes in for Troy Brown. And Smith subbed in for Shabazz Napier. Zeller, he's checked in for Charlotte. Dwayne Bacon comes in for Miles Bridges. And it's Rozier missing. Wizards have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith.
A pass that long had better be on target. Otherwise, it's impossible to make a play.
Wizards making a switch here. Wagner's checked in. The Hornets also with the sub. Batum's checked in. Here's Graham. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. Bacon the pass to Washington. Moves back up. Kicks to Zeller. There's the pass to Bacon. Here's Washington, trying to claw his way back after a terrible showing in that loss to Miami. Pass to Hachimura. Here's Wagner. To the paint. Mahinmi passes to Wagner. 1:12 left here in the first quarter. Misses in close. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Nicholas Batum. The Wizards have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Well, Coach Scott Brooks has seen success in the past. Respected coach who has won Coach of the Year. But the heat is on in Washington.
Yeah, he hasn't had great luck here with the Wizards. I mean, new management this year might be evaluating him. I mean, he could be a make-or-break season for Brooks.
Shot by Zeller, no good. Wizards leading by 3. Robinson goes in. Here's Hachimura. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And his coaches and teammates love that. They want Hachimura getting after it more on that offensive glass.
Here's Bacon. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And Batum kicks to Zeller. Passes it to Bacon. 5 to shoot. Here's Graham. The offensive rebound.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
There's 21 seconds left to play here in the first. Pass to Wagner. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Batum's running, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Oh, and Batum just has astounding body control, which is what allows him to hit shots despite obvious physical contact.
Here's Hachimura. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And still a close game. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Wizards, guys.
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
They've got Robinson, Hachimura out there with Wagner. Then there's Ian Mahinmi. And it's Smith in at the point. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. Robinson with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. Here's Wagner. The Wizards working the ball around now. Mahinmi kicks to Smith. Clock at 6. Another shot. That one no good. And the Hornets now going the other way. Wizards beat them last time when these two teams met in Washington.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
Yeah, and they can't afford a repeat of that. They need a lot more minutes out of this core group tonight.
Bridges with the board. Enzo Graham will bring it up for the Hornets. They trail by 1. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami. It's tipped. We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Mahinmi, great positioning on the putback.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, this is low output for both teams. This is ugly. The defense is having their way so far.
Yes, that goes in. Zeller's got his first bucket of the night.
Look, he has a good feel for the painted area. Zeller, never in a rush, very deliberate with his moves.
And so many issues for this Wizards team the last few seasons have been due to a lack of an inside presence.
Yeah, inside scoring has been a problem, GA. I mean, they've had to lean heavily on outside shooting. Also, though, they've been struggling with rebounding.
And the dunk by Zeller.
Playing with great energy, Zeller has the speed to drive.
From the Wizards, they're shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end. Smith kicks to Mahinmi. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The shoe culture becoming a bigger part of the game. Signature shoes, custom shoes, collections. P.J. Tucker with over 4,000 pairs of shoes. See, Weber, you a collector?
I love it, and it's all because of the Jordan phenomenon. What Michael Jordan did for the game, not just with the shoe, but what he did for the game and making it be so cool in the culture. I got to give my boys in Michigan, I got to give us a little credit, too, with what we did there. But the shoe game has definitely become something that's just crazy out of control. I love it, but no, yeah, I'm a little bit of a collector. Well, that's not the kind of interior defense you want. Way too slow to protect the rim.
The baseline J. No good. And it's Washington the other way. Bridges against Bryant. Over Bridges. Bridges with the board.
Credit to D for not giving up on that play. He's a tough cover down low.
And the dunk by Zeller.
One of the more positive attributes of Zeller, the explosiveness to play above the rim on a regular basis.
And there's the call on Cody Zeller. That's his first foul. And the Hornets making a change here. Washington's checked in. Napier feeling it out a bit. Offline from the top of the key. Charlotte in the lead. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Oh, man, elevating his passing ability. Dimes like this from Rozier help him establish chemistry with his guys.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Buries the long-range jumper.
He's not focused on the D on most possessions, but you can forget about him altogether.
From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Rozier's got the lead up to 4 now for the Hornets. Brown outside. Bonga, no good.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot. Plain and simple. Just trying to force something is rarely a good idea.
Here's Brown following the bucket by the Hornets. And there's the pass to Bridges. Mo Wagner's checked in for Ian Mahinmi. 35 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Washington. That's his first basket of the game. 1 for 6 and looking for more.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Bryant passes to Wagner. Now here's Napier. Guarded closely. Right side, Bryant. He kicks it to Brown. Wizards passing it around. Shot clock at 5. Here's Napier. Kept alive by Washington. To the left wing. To halt the run. A putback. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark. And so we wrap up the first half. It's Charlotte leading by 8. We'll see you after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. The first quarter for the Hornets was fairly even. Some good action during the period, as it was just... And that's a wrap with the third quarter.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Nice game. Great performance by Terry Rozier.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
He's so good at reading opportunities and seizing up on whatever the defense gives up.
And Charlotte looking at who they've got. They've got Bismack Biyombo. Washington out there with Bridges. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Graham in at the 2 spot. Biyombo. That's good.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Yeah, and the Hornets, they'll be one of the more disciplined teams you'll find in this league. I mean, they keep mistakes to a minimum on both sides of the ball. That's a big part of why the Hornets are tough to play.
Pass to Washington. Graham with the ball. Out to the wing. Biyombo, the pass to Washington. And the layup's good off the glass. And Chris, for the Hornets, as we know, their coach Borrego preaches preparation.
Well, yeah, and it shows it up in the stats, Kevin. I mean, they're the best in taking care of the ball. The team does not take silly fouls on defense.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Charlotte. From outside the arc, Hachimura grabs the miss. Wizards trail by 10. Bonga, the pass to Bryant. Right wing. Brown outside. Here's Hachimura. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Chris, is there someone you competed with that you feel is underrated by history, has not been given their due?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think when you look at White Chocolate, Jason Williams, what he started in the culture of play and what he continued. You look at Ben Wallace, who I played with 4 years at Washington, and he was coming off the bench there, and we saw that potential with him. I mean, the way he led the league in rebounding, his defensive prowess. I mean, the Pistons wouldn't have had a championship and gotten to another final if it wasn't for him. And also, I got to shout my man out, Mike Bibby and Peja Stojakovic, 2 of the best shooters I've played.
Oh, great names, and I totally agree. Here's Smith. Yep, that one goes in there.
Oh, Smith is a fighter, someone who usually doesn't back down from anyone, especially on these types of shots.
Batum finds Biyombo. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Biombo's got 8 points.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
For so long, the Hornets have been a perimeter-oriented team. Chris, now they need to find an impact big man.
Yeah, well, Jay, remember, they did have a couple of good years with Al Jefferson, where he was a force inside. But that was the last time the team made the playoffs. More balance in their attack would do wonders for this offense.
To the inside. And Zeller kicks to Batum. Feeds it to Biombo. It's stolen by Bryant. Smith left side. Down low and stolen by Biombo. And now Batum pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And the long legs of Batum, that's what allows him to leak out so quickly in transition. He runs the floor like a Jaguar.
Here's Robinson. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Inside, Zeller. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. 8 points for Cody Zeller.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Bryant trying to free himself up. Hachimura. And again, the turnover by the Wizards. And now let's see which rookies have been leading the freshman class in steals since the All-Star break. Well, you look at Hachimura, 5th in the NBA, very crafty player.
His steal rate in the second half of the season shows that he's figuring out the league, so they better learn to look out for him.
Wagner, he's checked in for Bryant. The Hornets also with a sub. Bacon, he's checked in for Rozier.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Good on the shot, and with that, the Charlotte lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Hachimura. Hornets have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. The feed to Biombo, and then Biombo with the dunk.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Oh, Kevin, the coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy buckets like this, GA.
Tries again, and Zeller with the lay-in. Zeller's got 12 in the game.
And the work ethic of Zeller. Now, that's what makes him dangerous when scoping out opportunities on the offensive glass.
Here's Wagner, covered by Biombo. Good on that shot, and with that, the Hornet lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Wagner.
And so far, going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
To the middle, here's Zeller, and it's denied. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. Washington making some changes. Brown comes in for Mo Wagner, and Shabazz Napier subbed in for Smith. The Hornets also changing it up. Washington's checked in for Bismack Biyombo. And it's Miles Bridges in for Nicholas Batum. To the inside. The kick out to Brown. 27 seconds left in the third quarter. It's Brown on the wing. Down low, just 3 to shoot. Shoots it up. Again, the Wizards score.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
The Wizards have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
And the second free throw, good. 7 seconds left in the third. To the paint. 4 seconds left. Here's Washington. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket. Washington's got 8 points.
Now, with all the intensity he plays with, boxing him out is a chore. A tough one.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a... Let's take a listen now to Scott Brooks.
The issue is not them. The issue is...
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Wizards trail by 9. A moment now to reset the lineups brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Wizards. They've got Napier. He's out there with Brown. Robinson is out there with Hachimura. And it's Bonga in at the 4 slot. 5 on the clock. Robinson passes to Hachimura. Hands it from short range.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
Passes it to Washington. Here's Zeller, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Ryan is checked in for the Wizards. Terry Rozier's checked in for the Hornets. That one misses for Zeller.
And a new regime in Washington as they have moved on from the previous GM. A lot to do.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Brown finds Napier. Back to Brown. Uses the glass to finish the layup. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Graham surveying the floor. Pass to Rozier. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Bridges kicks to Rozier. 6 to shoot. Graham with the bucket.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Yeah, D like that isn't going to get you back in the game. You have to stay connected to these shooters.
Bridges passes to Washington. Basket counts. Washington's got the lead up to 12 now for Charlotte. All players look for an edge, Chris. For example, certain guys are just so deceptive with the ball in their hands. I mean, you're always looking for whatever can give you that advantage.
Two of the best players, and people can complain as much as they want, but Harden getting to the line is genius because he knows how you're guarding him, and basically you gotta stay away from him to guard him because he's so skilled. And by the way, Curry does the same thing. And Curry, one of the smaller players in the league, but always finding a way to take the contact, take the bump, but to get the scoring up. And I think as a fan, for me, I know as a fan, for me, it's fun watching the cat and mouse game between the offensive player and the defender, seeing who can get the best of each other while involving the ref.
Well, they just control their bodies so well. They know exactly what they need to do to get that call.
And it's all on the spur of the moment. I mean, this is all on the fly. Such genius to watch play.
Yambo, he's checked in for Charlotte.
The D making that layup look very uncomfortable for him. Good aggressive work down low.
Here's Washington. That one off the back iron and out. Enzo Bryant will bring it up for Washington. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession.
A flat-out loss of concentration. That kind of turnover will drive a...
Here's Graham. Here's Washington. Graham with the bucket.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Brown the pass to Bonga. And stolen by Biyombo. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter of this one. It's a hand on it. It's good on the putback. And it's a 12-point Charlotte lead.
Incredible effort from Rozier. I mean, he's such a great rebounder for his size.
Now Napier. Pulls up. High post. But they recover it. Bridges with the board. Charlotte leading by 12.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Hornets.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
Hey, listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season. Graham, the pass to Rozier. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth. And the dunk by Biyombo.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Oh, Greg, that's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
Here's Bunga. Drills the elbow jumper.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it has to be frustrating to catch fire when the game is already over. I mean, this is not the outcome they want.
And here we go, the Wizards' fast break. Brown, great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Now, here's Rozier. Napier covering. And here is Graham. It's off. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. A solid win on the road for them this.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome to the special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
How is that for a gorgeous sight? The Washington Monument here in the District of Columbia. So beautifully framed in the sunlight. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for him.
And he's been very active with his hands. How about the steal numbers this month? He's been really hounding on the defensive side.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. At the forward positions, Snell and Griffin. Kennard is out there with Derrick Rose. And it's Wood in at the 5 down low. And for Washington, Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Napier is out there with Brown. And it's Bonga in at the small forward.
Well, Rose loves to get out into open space in transition, that extra space to work, lay it in.
The Pistons on offense. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. Late in the season, Doris, and some teams now are not going to be in the postseason. They're out of the playoffs and are giving more time. You talked about this earlier, giving more time to their young players to develop.
Well, there is nothing more beneficial to a young player than real-time NBA experience. So when you're out of the playoffs, those young guys start to get more and more minutes. They'll give those young guys more and more responsibility on the offensive and defensive end. And there's no greater teacher than giving NBA reps to guys who you think can be a key part of your future.
So fun for us as the fans and people that cover the league to get a glimpse of the future, what these teams, what these individual players could be like.
Boy, they came ready to play. That's 4 straight buckets to start the game.
Brown feeling it out a bit. Inside. And Griffin sends it back. Pass to Kennard. The Pistons working the ball around now. And it goes down 2 points. 6 points for Rose.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Looking to end the run. Good on the triple.
First make of the day should finally give them a little confidence.
It's usually interesting. After a bit of a struggle, does the first bucket get you into a little rhythm now?
Wood. Here's Griffin, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Griffin's got his second bucket.
Yeah, and no one's ever questioned the desire. Griffin using his strength and explosiveness to make good on the second chance opportunities.
Good, nice play there from Napier.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly.
Passes to Griffin. The pass to Wood, unloads from 13. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Griffin.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Bryant. Brown outside. Launches a 3, drills the three-pointer.
Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
Pistons leading by 5. Pass to Kennard. Over Brown. Kennard's shot is off.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Here's Napier. No good with the triple. The Pistons have gone 7 of 9 from the field. A really nice start offensively for them.
Well, a new era begins for the Washington Wizards, right? A change in the front office. The team has tried for years to rebuild in a number of different approaches. Perhaps a fresh outlook for fans under new guidance gives this team new hope.
And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Brown's got 5 now. 1:07 left in the first quarter. And so it's Rose bringing it up for Detroit. 3-point lead. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
They are just killing them on the interior.
This is it to Napier. Puts it up from 12. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Griffin. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Shot on the wing. Bonga, no good.
Going for that shot in that situation is something that isn't going to help the offense.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop.
And that's the trademark Griffin finish. Get in tight, elevate, and throw it down with authority. Big fella is a beast down low.
There's Brown with the three. It's hauled in by Wood. Here's Kennard. Sinks the triple. 5 points in the game.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
So as we end the first quarter, already and glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Guys, what do you think so far from what we've seen from the Pistons?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Smith is out there with Robinson. Then there's Ian Mahinmi, and it's Wagner in at the four-man position. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards. Pistons leading by 12. Here's Galloway. Good work defensively by Smith.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Wagner passes to Mahinmi. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. Doris, if you were going to build a team around one player, who would that player be?
Well, I think because of his age and continued growth opportunity, I would probably say Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's playing at an MVP level. He's still got another decade where he's probably in the peak range of his playing capabilities. And the reality is Giannis still has so much growing to do. He's a force at the rim. He continues to build that three-point game. And Kev, once he gets that in-between game, he will be unguardable.
Can't argue with that at all. Deflects the pass. Robinson for three. Detroit with the rebound. Wizards beat them last time when these two teams met in Washington.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
They were forced into tons of sloppy play, and I think they'll be looking to be more composed tonight.
Buries it from three-point range. Robinson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Galloway, the pass to Doumbouya. Back to Galloway. Another three for Detroit.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
The pass to Wagner. The feed now to Mahinmi. The Wizards working the ball around now. Hachimura, no good. Pistons leading by 15. Brown finds Galloway. That one goes in. Galloway has got 5 points now this quarter.
Galloway just so explosive. He shines when the ball is in his hands in a pick-and-roll situation.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Here's the foul. It's on Mahinmi. That's his first foul. A different look here for Detroit. Henson comes in for Maker. And McRae's subbed in for Langston Galloway. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. To the inside. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
For three, Smith. Can't hit that one. Here are the Pistons with the ball. They're on a 12-3 run. Henson dishes to Brown. Down low, here's Mikhailuk. He can't get that one. Now Washington takes it the other way. Mahinmi kicks to Smith. Let's go. But they get it back. Outside for Robinson. There's the triple. The shot's good from Smith. Smith's got his first 3 points of the game.
Over the taller defender. This is why you have to stay connected
to shooters on the perimeter.
Today's player is not intimidated by size. You even give them a sliver of a window, and they're going to make that shot.
Mikhailuk up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Robinson for 3. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. 6 points for Robinson.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Henson against Mahinmi. The shot's good from Henson.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Smith kicks to Robinson. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Pass to Mikhailuk, and it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. Both teams will make substitutions. Well, for Detroit, their last game a loss to the Philadelphia 76ers. Here's Bunga. Off target with his 3. And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the Detroit Pistons. That one falls. Kennard's got 7 points in the game.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
Back to Brown. The tray. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Outside Rose. To the middle. Here's Henson. Nice D from Bryant.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
And that does it for the first half of play. Pistons ahead. They lead by 13. And
Thanks, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Half. Right out of the gates, it was Detroit setting the tone. A smoldering performance for them. Thanks for joining.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Pistons leading by 13. On the floor for Detroit. On the wings, Kennard and Snell. Griffin is out there with Wood, and it's Rose in at the 1.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Boy, don't you love how Derrick Rose resurrected his career last season. What a surprise and a bright spot for the T-Wolves. He looked like a completely rejuvenated player.
It's stolen by Brown. It's stolen by Rose. Kennard, the pass to Wood. The dish now to Griffin. Back to Wood. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Griffin's got 3 assists in the game. And for Rose, he looked refreshed and changed in how he approached his game.
You know what, Kevin? I think he is just a much more patient and smart basketball player. His 3-ball was so improved, and the shot selection was terrific. Turnovers were down, just improvement across the board.
It's stolen by Rose. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Kevin, the vision by Rose, right? Hits the open man. He's creating for others, and this guy is so tough to deal with.
Kennard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, easy call.
And Kennard came into the league viewed mostly as a shooter, but he's been able to provide much more than that.
I mean, better than you think when he puts the ball on the floor. Learning how to lean into defenders and step back to open up the shot is a better playmaker than he gets credit for, and we should see him take on a larger role as he develops.
Wasted no time on that one. Napier's got 9 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
From deep three-point range, again the miss by the Pistons.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Bunga gets the bucket.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Here's Kennard. Some solid defense from Bryant. And here we go, the Wizards fast break. Hachimura the pass to Bunga. Bryant looking over the floor. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Hachimura, and he makes good on the layup. Hachimura's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
Now here's Rose. He's guarded closely. Kennard kicks to Griffin. Pistons passing it around. Here's Snell. He's covered by Brown. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Wizards trail by 14. Here's Bryant. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
The free throw drops for Bryant. If you were coaching, Doris, and you could run your offense through any center in the game, and let's take guys that are playing right now because we can go back in history and the names are endless, but who would you run your offense through at that position?
Probably a guy that the casual NBA fan is not as knowledgeable about as they should be, Kevin, and that's Nikola Jokic. This is a young, early 20-year-old who may be the best passer out of the post position that we've seen in a generation. Jokic is a guy who can handle the ball from three-point territory. He can take it off the window and initiate your offense. They run him like a point center, and it's appropriate because he's unselfish and gifted as a passer.
Gifted, great word to use, you're right. The Pistons shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. That free throw good from Maker. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Wizards trail by 14. Smith the pass to Mahinmi. Robinson for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Robinson's got 12 in the game.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Here's Galloway. Henson. Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Bunga. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Bryant against Henson. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Maker. That misses off the backboard. On offense, here are the Wizards. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Robinson finds Smith. Back to Robinson. Jacks up a 3. And Henson pulls it down. There's the foul. It's on Mahinmi. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. For Detroit, they have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
And the Pistons making a change here. Rose is checked in.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
And Smith puts up a deep 3. And again, Washington no good. Henson dishes to Rose. Unloads from 13. Not going to go that time. Here's Smith. And so is Detroit, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. Back right at... And a moment ago, inside the huddle with Coach Scott Brooks. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for Washington. Down by 12. They've got Ian Mahinmi. Robinson is out there with Smith. And there's Bryant. And it's Bonga in at the 3. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Here's Rose. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
I'd say he gets on a roll, you better watch out. Rose is having a tremendous night. He's been relentless attacking.
They get it again. Pass to Bonga. Smith for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Up their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Pistons leading by 8. Now Rose. On deep. Rebound by Mahinmi. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Bonga, the pass to Mahinmi. Kicks it to Robinson. Here's Bonga. Passes it to Smith. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Here's a look at what's coming up for Washington. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics. And then on Sunday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And Kevin, things could get ugly for this team during this road stretch. They just haven't had the same focus nor execution that we've seen from them when they're at home.
Well, absolutely fearless. And this is one thing you can say about Derrick Rose. He's never had trouble converting in the painted area.
Nice ball movement by Washington. Now the pass to Bonga. Smith outside from deep three-point range. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance. Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Wizards trail by 9. Pass to Robinson. Smith surveying the D. No good from outside. Detroit's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Rose goes in. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
The putback. It's hauled in by Wood. Wood's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Bryant passes to Mahinmi. From down in the low post, it goes. Mahinmi's got his first basket of the night.
Obviously, the closer to the basket, the better for Mahinmi. He's all about high percentage finishes.
Here's Rose. Griffin trying to get open. Rose gets the bucket.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Bryant, whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
You simply must put a body on this guy. You know he's going to try to get to that glass.
So for the Wizards, Hachimura, he's checked in for Mahinmi. Troy Brown comes in for Robinson. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for Smith. We've got 1:48 left in the game. And Thomas Bryant gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Rose. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Rose has got 20 points.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
1:29 left in the fourth quarter. Pistons leading by 8. Pass to Kennard. The 3. Rebound by the Wizards. And here's the fast break. Bryant leading the way. Second chance shot. The shot will not fall. Now the Pistons take it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. 56 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
Washington's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Napier kicks to Brown. And a miss there on the triple. Left side, Griffin. It's hauled in by Brown. And so Bryant will bring it up for Washington. 8-point game. The putback, it's good on the putback.
And his coaches and teammates love that. They want Hachimura getting after it more on that offensive glass.
Here's Kennard. It goes straight through with the switch. And the Wizards with possession. Here's Napier. Good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Griffin passes to Snell. Here's Kennard. And so the Pistons take the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game for each one. In the NBA 2K21 demo,
The Knicks never look better than they did earlier on, getting off the bus and getting ready for action. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. A stunning view of Capitol Hill from high above. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. Taking a look at Washington. Right now they're on the outside looking in at the playoff seeds. And checking out New York, 3 spots below.
I can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my player started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have anything to say about it, unfortunately. So that's a low blow.
So I'm going with the...
Up next, the Wizards taking a... Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. As we approach the playoffs, let's see how the East is shaping up. Taking a look at Washington, winding things down this season. They're in that all-important 9th position within striking distance of a playoff spot. And, of course, the Knicks, a few slots below them.
And, you know, for the Wizards, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
Yeah, they're kind of in that caught in the middle type group. You know what I mean? You wonder if they need a personnel change to get over the hump.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. We've got Mo Harkless. Alfred Payton is out there with Barrett. Then it's Randall. And it's Gibson in at the center, filling out the middle. And for Washington, Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Brown out there with Shabazz Napier. And it's Bonga in at the small forward. Here's Brown. The shot that time, not on target. And New York the other way now. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
And Chris, a very unique experience playing in the nation's capital. What was your time like with Washington?
Oh, I love D.C. Oh, I love Chocolate City. I mean, the surrounding areas of D.C. love the team as well. There's something special about playing in the capital.
Whistle blows, if that's going to be a travel. Now, here's Napier, covered by Payton. Brown drives in and finished off by Brown.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Pass to Payton. And here's Randall. Here's Barrett. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Hawks in Atlanta.
But we got to talk about his D2. 4 steals in the game. I mean, a complete all-around effort for him.
Man, sometimes it feels like Barrett wants it more than anyone else on the floor.
And Barrett slams it in.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
And here's the fast break. Barrett leading the way. The shot by Harkless, no good. For Washington, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Bonga, no good.
They're struggling here early. 1 for 5 now. The D has them bottled up so far.
Barrett kicks to Harkless. Payton looking it over. Outside Gibson. Passes it to Harkless. Clock at 4. Unloads from 13. Bonga pulls it in. A slow start for Washington in this one. They trail by 6. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And after that game, it was impressive to look at the box score and see the work they did at the free throw line.
2 things in play there, Greg. I mean, they had a huge advantage in free throw attempts, and as a unit, they shot the lights out at the line.
And here is Bryant following the three-pointer from Elfrid Payton. Brown finds Napier. And again, Washington, no good.
And that would have been a big 3 if he drained it, answering back for the triple at the other end.
Outside Gibson, there's the triple. Offensive rebound.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And here's Napier. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. 11-point game. Brown the pass to Napier. To the paint. Here's Bonga. And they get it. The rebound by Gibson. 1:36 left in the first quarter of the game. A lot of different styles of basketball, and we're talking about Coach of the Year here. What style of coach did you prefer to play for?
Well, I just wanted a coach that was honest, that held everyone accountable, and allowed us to get out and run. You want a coach that believes in the talent that he has and doesn't hamper anyone's skill set, doesn't hold anyone back based upon their offensive philosophy. The game is changing, so hopefully you have a coach that is flexible. Hopefully you have a coach that is forward-thinking, and you have a coach that says, let it fly. That might be the most important skill set of a coach, in my opinion. One that says, hey, you got an open shot, you better take it.
The Knicks leading by 12. And here's Barrett. He's got 10. Some solid defense from Brown. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Randall and taken away by Brown. Here's Napier. Bonga gets the bucket.
And that's why you never stop working in the paint at either end of the floor.
The Knicks have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. Barrett kicks to Harkless. The pass to Barrett. Some nice passing by New York here. Randall passes to Gibson. That's tipped. Brown outside. Pass to Napier. Here's the 3. Oh, he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
play. He's showing he has the ability to hit huge shots. That's gotta fire.
And so it's the New York Knicks bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
You're exactly right, GA. I mean, they've been quicker to the ball, showing great anticipation and terrific hustle.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So the Wizards 5 right now. They've got Ian Mahinmi, Hachimura out there with Wagner. Then it's Robinson, and it's Smith in at the point guard position. Great positioning on the putback. Bullock's got his first bucket of the night.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Here's Wagner, defended by Portis. Wagner can't hit. The Knicks leading by 9. And a trying summer for the New York Knicks fans. After trading away Porzingis, they were hoping to get a big-name player in free agency, Greg, and they didn't.
You know, shocking, they refused to offer the max to Kevin Durant. I mean, there were concerns with the Achilles, but instead he ends up in Brooklyn. Combine that with fans' disappointment at missing out on Zion Williamson, and the saga continues.
And Robinson wide open, he shoots. Drills it from outside. Robinson's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Got a piece of it, and it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for him.
The most positive thing about his last 10 games, the work on defense. His mindset has become very aggressive. The steals are up, and he's becoming a big factor on the defensive end.
Got that one up quick.
The defense a step slow. You can see the result.
Portis kicks to Bullock. To the wing right side. Ntilikina. And the Knicks miss again.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Robinson misses. The Knicks leading by 3. Here's Ntilikina. Rebound by Mahinmi.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
Wagner can't hit.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
From deep. That shot off.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Just his first attempt. And no good that time. Now the Knicks take it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for them. Mahinmi passes to Robinson. Here's Hachimura. And another miss by Washington. The Knicks have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Bullock kicks to Portis over Robinson. And Wagner pulls it down. Wagner's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And when he comes off the bench, you know Bobby Portis is looking to make an immediate difference.
Oh, yeah, and Portis isn't shy about getting shots up as a reserve. He knows he is out there to stir things up and provide a different look for this team.
Down low. Outside, Robinson bangs home the trifecta. Robinson's got the lead up to 2 now for the Wizards.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Robinson, banked in off the glass.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by Washington.
1:19 left in the first half of the game. Robinson for 3. Bullock with the rebound. New York's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Robinson passes to Portis. Kicks it to Bullock. Here's Ntilikina, covered by Smith. Oh, offensive interference. Wayne Ellington's checked in for the Knicks. And Washington has possession. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. It was a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
Yeah, and they picked up the win in their last game against this club, and really it was a parade to the free throw line.
Well, it tells you a lot about who's the more aggressive team. I mean, they should have that same exact attitude tonight.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Robinson, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Robinson's got the game tied up here for Washington.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And here's Bullock from the arc. Bryant with the rebound. The Wizards shooting 31% in the second. Some poor shot selection for them in this quarter. New York shooting is definitely lagging at the moment. They're just 30% in the second quarter. Bullock passes to Knox. Kenny takes that one up and powers it through.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Napier feeling it out a bit. Those three-pointers off the mark. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very... Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It was all R.J. Barrett in the first quarter. He had 10 points and 3 rebounds. Taking a look... Thanks for joining us, folks. We're...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You know, R.J. Barrett has been exceptional here, guys.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
And New York looking at who they've got. Julius Randle is out there with Mo Harkless. Then there's Payton, and it's Taj Gibson. And it's Barrett at the 2 guard. Harkless finds Gibson, and it's Gibson finishing it off.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Harkless with it. Brown's there. Harkless the pass to Barrett. No good on the triple. And so Bryant will bring it up for the Wizards. Trailing by 2. Offensive rebound. Pass to Napier. Shoots the 3. He can't get that one to fall. The Knicks shooting 43% for the game. Barrett. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Barrett's got 12 in the game. On deep. The Wizards with another miss.
They're having trouble getting going here in the second half. I mean, that's their 4th miss in 5 attempts.
And out of St. John's, Mo Harkless in his 7th NBA season.
Yeah, and he's coming into his own as a defensive-minded wing. I mean, his offense is still a work in progress, but he's still in his mid-20s. He's got some time. His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish.
And the call will be against Julius Randle. That is his first foul of the game. Wizards making a switch here. Smith is checked in. The Knicks also changing it up. Bobby Portis comes in for Taj Gibson. And Ellington is subbed in for Harkless. The Knicks leading by 6. Inside. And Payton gets it to go on the assist by Ellington. He has 5.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Brown outside. The shot misses. Now the Knicks take it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And the shot goes in. And it's a 10-point New York lead.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
He kicks to Smith. To end the cold streak. And that one hits back iron.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
No, doing anything they can to stop the bleeding, but so far they've had no answer.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. For New York, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Ellington. New York, no good that time either. Stolen by Robinson. On the wing, Ellington. Passes to Bullock. Takes the 3. The Knicks rebound. Right side, Portis. A second chance effort. Payton finds Ellington. New York moving the ball around. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Ellington's got 4 points now in the quarter. Chris, you know a little something about that power forward position. Who do you think will be the best at that position in let's say, 3-5 years from now?
Wow, it may be who's the best at that position now will continue to be. And that's Anthony Davis. He can do it all. He was a point guard in high school, and what that gave him was ball handling skills, lateral quickness, and a mentality of a small guy. And we all want that as big fellas, that mentality, because you have the height. You just need to believe that you can do it on all ends of the floor. He can do it defensively, offensively. He can coach. He could be your trainer as well, get guys healthy. I think AD could do it all.
Good explanation. Payton kicks to Robinson. For Mahinmi. Robinson misses.
Even when the D is playing off of him, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
There's Brown with the 3. And again, Washington with the triple.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
It's stolen by Brown. Smith for 3. Knicks with the rebound.
And if they're thinking they can get a 2-for-1 here.
You just have to manage the clock correctly. You know, sometimes it's easier said than done if you also want to get a good look.
Robinson passes to Portis. Payton dishes to Ellington. And the Knicks miss again. Wizards trail by 6. And here we go. Washington fast break. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Brown, good. Brown's got 5 points now in the quarter. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the third. It's stolen by Mahinmi.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, no need to rush right here. Let the clock run a little, then execute your offense.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Now, look, even if he had other places to go with the ball, that's a good shot. You can't blame him for letting that one fly.
And we've reached the end of the third. Knicks lead by 4. He'll be back shortly, live from Washington. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this way?
This is the versatility you need to play in today's game. 2 guards have to be able to make plays for others.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. We've got Shabazz Napier. Hachimura out there with Brown. Then it's Robinson, and it's Mahinmi in at the 5. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Napier passes to Hachimura. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time.
And really, as the 3-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
No good on that one. Both teams will make substitutions. And he's good on the second.
Well, I mean, a semi-productive trip to the free throw line, but we'll see whether or not it costs him.
To take the lead. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Gibson's got his 6th rebound on the night. Over to the wing. And here we go. The Wizards fast break. From beyond the arc. Sinks the 3-pointer. Hachimura's got 6 here in this quarter.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
2 points. That one goes. And the Knicks lead by 1.
And this is Barrett at his best. Looking for a shot, being active on offense. Love it.
Bonga, no good.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
His teammates keep getting him the ball in his favorite spots. He's done a lot for his shooting percentage.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Now the pass to Wagner. Back to Napier. Robinson for three. And Harkless pulls it down. The Knicks leading by 3. Here's Barrett. Some solid defense from Robinson. And so it's Bonga who brings up the ball for the Washington Wizards. Hachimura the pass to Wagner. Now Robinson from deep. And Harkless pulls it down. Harkless has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Barrett screams it in.
And you see the edge Barrett plays with, attacking the rim with bad intentions.
Robinson for 3, cans it from downtown.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the 4th period. We'll see how it pans out.
Well, as long as they're hitting like this, how can you blame them? They're on a tear.
Ryan is checked in for Wagner. Elfrid Payton, he's checked in for the Knicks. Barrett the pass to Payton. They grab their own miss. Harkless finds Payton. 6 to shoot. New York needs to get off a shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Last thing they want to be doing right now is giving away possessions. I mean, turnovers can kill you in this kind of game.
Wizards have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the 4th. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Napier passes to Robinson. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here. Brown is checked in for Washington. Ryan against Gibson. Here's Napier. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
His effort level is there. You can't blame him on that. He's working to get good shots. He's just not connected.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Look, I know he wants to get him back into this, but that's not the way to do it. He needs smart shots, not thieves.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
A perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
And here's Brown outside. And again, Washington no good.
With all these 3-pointers he's missed in the first half, I mean, he's become a weight around him. Somebody tell he's got to be more unselfish.
And he comes up with the deuce. And it's an 8-point Knicks lead.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, it feels like they're just one step ahead right now, looking to build out their advantage even further.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And proving to be effective around the rim. Hachimura leaving no doubt about that one.
Launches a 3. And Harkless with the basket on the assist by Payton. And the Knicks lead by 9. A big bucket there to quiet this crowd.
And they need something to cheer about again, and soon.
The shot's good from Bryant.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game, but you can see why after that sequence.
Payton outside. Pass to Barrett. Here's Harkless. The putback, it's good on the putback.
Well, this is R.J. Barrett's game. Plays with great energy and great determination.
Brown outside. The rebound by Gibson.
His bad night from the field is only going to get worse if he keeps throwing up shots like that.
Payton passes to Barrett. From downtown, here's Harkless offline. And so it's the Knicks with the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony.